In fact, the task was to restore a population of purely ecological farming, plus to convince the people that we need to return to our origins, to our ancestors, who ate purely ecologically clean products.
которые выращивали чисто экологические продукты. Украина именно по органическому.
In terms of organic humic shales, Ukraine boasts the largest resources in the world. Exactly these shales are highly concentrated and are of very high quality. We have something to develop. I would like to prove that our soil and fertilizers are better and we have the potential. We just need to restore what was earlier and multiply yields.
Нужно восстановить то, что было раньше, и приумножить.
At the given moment, we have to restore our soil because many unscrupulous farmers use chemical fertilizers, which can be very detrimental to our soil.
Очень сильно используют химические удобрения, что несет глобальный вред для нашей почвы.
Worms are creatures to which we don't pay any attention. And meanwhile, they are not only making our land more fertile, but they also treat it. And with the right approach, they even save human lives. Bondarenko knows about the healing properties of worms. For over 13 years, he has been researching their life and the impact on the earth of the biohumus, which they produce.
Биогумус – это чисто органическое удобрение, произведенное червем.
Biohumus is an organic fertilizer produced by a worm. It is bioactive and contains a positive biota that has a positive effect on all types of plants and the root system, gives a good immune start for plants, and provides all micronutrients and macro cells. The soil is like a sponge, as it contains all the micronutrients and macroelements. When we add saltpeter, this sponge is detrimental. It turns out that the structure of the soil and the humus layer are completely destroyed, and all the nutrients recede to the lower layers. In addition to destroying the soil structure with nitrate, we kill all the nutrients.
По сути, помимо того, что мы разрушаем структуру почвы селитрой, мы плюс еще убиваем все полезные вещества. Данная вермиферма является самой крупной в Украине. Таких вермиферм в Украине 9.
This vermifarm is the largest in Ukraine. Vermifarm is the production and cultivation of bioworm mass for the production of vermin compost. In fact, it is a compost bush with waste of a plant or animal origin, which is simply overridden by a worm. We use 50% cow dung and 50% horse dung. Using special equipment known as an aerator, we mix it into a single row mass, stabilize the pH values, and put a red California worm in the mass, which directly overeats everything.
Стабилизируем показатели pH и запускаем красного калифорнийского червя, который непосредственно переедает все, выделяя таким образом капролиты, но самое ценное помимо...
But the most valuable is the mucus of a worm, as it ensures safety to all plants in terms of a nutrient medium for the plant and also kills the bacterial flora.
Растения и также убивает бактериальную патогенную микрофлору.
His grandfather, one of the first local developers of technologies for the production of worm biomass and liquid humic fertilizers, instilled a love for worms and research. My grandfather highly recommended to me in 2006 to start up this business. This is the prospect, this is the future. The first worms were sent to him from California.
Было очень мало коконов, там, посылка шла больше месяца.
It took about a month before I received the package. As a result, only 103 worms were alive. 2 months later, I saw that there were more cocoons of those that had a worm, and I started to take measurements and conduct experiments. I put them in a separate box, fed them, watered them, and talked to them. After 6 months, I stably received 2,100 mature specimens.
Ухаживал, разговаривал с ними. Смотрел видео, за 6 месяцев из 100 червей я получал стабильно.
In 2013, when I made my first money, I realized that it was a very profitable and marginal product, and this business began to flourish and show good financial results. From 2009 to 2012, I built up a decent biomass from the worm and accordingly biocompost. Then one of the farmers who was engaged in the purely organic production of apples, watermelons and melons learned about me. He learned that due to to biohumus, watermelons and melons grow very well. He took my biohumus for analysis, which showed that nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium and carbon levels, so the farmer bought these products that I produced over a period of 3 years. Later, I launched my YouTube channel and began to refine my technology on liquid humates and biohumus. In 2014, I launched the first vermi farm in Khmelnytsky, and then they were opened in Poltava, Sumy, Zaporizhzhia, Mykolaiv and Odessa. Now Bondarenko's vermi farm works on the domestic market. However, in future, Mikhailo plans to expand the market to EU countries and even Asia. We sell the worm to wholesalers. These are mainly fishing shops. Wholesalers buy large volumes for fishermen. They pack them in jars and sell them. During the fishing season, the Kyiv Oblast and the city of Kyiv consume up to 12 tons of the worm on the fishermen's market. We use the main biomass of the worm for feeding fish and birds. We pass each of our products and each of our humates for analysis. We receive quality certificates, certificates of compliance, and we're certified according to the organic standard. In addition, we received technical specifications from the state for liquid and dry fertilizers. We can sell our products both on the domestic market of Ukraine and for export.
Как продавать на внутреннем рынке Украины, так и на экспорт.
In addition to exporting farm-made products, Mikhailo successfully implements his technology around the world. In 2018, we launched the first vermi farm abroad in Uzbekistan. Taher Ake saw one of my videos on YouTube. He contacted me by phone, came to our farm and bought our products, dry biohumus and liquid humate from biohumus. After that, he took the analysis and flew back to his native country. After 2 months, he called me and said that my product is excellent. Then he proposed to me to launch production of vermi farm in Uzbekistan. I agreed to his proposal and we together built a plant in a matter of 9 days. We have a ready-made project, a tried and true technology, worked out all the structural sheets and launched the operation of a vermi farm with a production capacity of 5 tons of biohumus and 30 tons of liquid humate per shift. In addition to Uzbekistan, we also launched a vermi farm in Portugal and in Italy. We're also developing a very powerful project for the production of dry and liquid fertilizers, granular fertilizers, different soil mixtures, different types of humates, and we have developed a powerful project.
Кроме Узбекистана, также мы запустили вермиферму в Португалии и также запустили вермиферму в Италии. Также мы разрабатываем очень мощный проект по производству сухих и жидких удобрений, гранулированных удобрений, разных почвосмесей, разных видов гуматов в хелатной форме.
I would like to see investments, possibly even from abroad. This is a purely organic environmental project. I would like to launch it in Ukraine. Why? It's simple. Because raw materials in Ukraine are the richest in organic substances.
Потому что сырьевая база в Украине самая богатая на органические вещества. Интересный вопрос. Почему я до сих пор в Украине? Да, на самом деле.
An interesting question is why I am still in Ukraine. In fact, there are offers abroad to work. But you know, as my grandfather told me, go where you are planted. When we add biohumus, the fertile layer increases, and accordingly we see an increase in productivity by crop, by productivity. These are increases from 15 to 50%.
Когда мы вносим селитру,
when we add nitrate, a layer of soil is destroyed.
Этот слой разрушается. Нам приходится.
At the moment, we need to restore our soil, because many unscrupulous farmers use chemical fertilizers, which cause major harm to our soil. There is also a project we developed for Chernobyl to restore soil with humic substances, whereby the soil is depleted from synthetic fertilizers. In fact, we're doing restoration work.
Есть проекты там, где почва истощена от.
We now have to first restore the soil, and then I believe we will increase our production's capacities.
Делаем рекультивацию.